All right, so we just finished the 1600 game turn, the last half of it. And I was talking about 12th Corps getting on the map, but what I didn't pay attention to was they only got to execute one activation. And of course, they didn't come in until the end anyhow. But with one activation, it didn't matter; they weren't getting there. So hopefully, they'll be effective in the next turn. All right, so halfway through the turn, Pender's attack developed. You know what? Before I start this, as a gamer, and I'm sure everybody goes through this, when you're rolling your dice and you're not getting your high rolls to get casualties, you kind of look for other dice and try to change dice. But have you ever had a case where you were rolling so high that you actually wanted to get a dice to roll lower because of disruption, or ended up having to route? Or I'm amazed at the number of adjusted 5 die rolls I had that caused ammo depletion. I mean, you can just, looking in this screen right here, you can just see all over the place all the ammo depletions. So that was kind of, I mean, this was bloody because I kept rolling 6, 7, 8 on the dice and 9. So getting multiple casualties. And of course, when you hit a disrupted unit, it just adds more to the pain. All right, so anyhow, Pender's attack, I don't think after the halfway point, he had one more activation. And you can see he's got stuff in fatigue too now. But his division shattered all the breastworks that Barlow was trying to build. He has pretty much beaten up Barlow's units from the 11th Corps. The Iron Brigade has had to move up and to bolster that line. Doubleday is backing up. He's trying to recover. He's moving in here. Amazingly enough, nobody is combat ineffective anymore, but there's still a lot of shattered units in there. The 12th Corps got to get up here. So they get what is here, and then of course they'll get this next burst right here coming right behind them. So they're here. They're in the game. So hopefully that can change things. Okay, so Heth, he is pushed there, so I'm sure in the next phase he'll go into attack mode. Pender's not beat up, but he's fatigued. Yeah, I know you can't really see him underneath him. But see, there's a couple of fatigue 2s there. I think this brigade here might be fatigue 1. Got to push. Got to do it. Need to break this up right now. Because if I can get both sort of fronts here working at the same time, Rhodes, one of his brigades right there, Ramsor. I tell you, his leaders, except for Daniels, they stink, man. These guys are -2s for their brigade orders adjustments and stuff. But you need a 6 during your brigade orders change. You got to roll a 6 in order to change and go ahead and execute. Damn if I didn't roll an 8 with his -2. So he got in there. He's already at fatigue level 1 or 2 because he did 2 continued shocks. But he scattered that part of the 11th Corps from Schurz's or von Steinwehr. Yeah, von Steinwehr's guys that were digging in here. So he disrupted the breastworks that were here on the point. Now that guy held his ground, but he lost building his breastwork because he got in shock combat. Naturally, now Schurz's guys over here, they did their job, but my God, these guys are cohesions are 4. You disrupt them and they're down to 2s. So you can see what happened here. Hell, artillery sent that unit running right there. And of course, Early here is trying to develop his attack, but he's going to have to keep his eyes on Buford over here. So he's only able to attack with 3 of his brigades once they get up in here. Oh, I moved an artillery unit and put him back. All right, so Early's going to go on the attack. So, he's got, I guess that's Gordon. He's got Gordon already in attack mode. So he'll get these other ones in. Rhodes is going to have to do some division orders, get his guys into attack mode. So you've got 4 divisions, and they are still, in my opinion, strong enough to be in attack and push for Cemetery Hill. The leading brigade of the 12th Corps is not too god-awful, but that 2nd Brigade is nothing but green units. I haven't really looked at the other division that's going to be coming on. So I'm not even sure what kind of effect they'll have. And I don't even know, look at the reinforcement chart here. So on the reinforcement chart, 1,700, no, just the 12th Corps, and then Sickles comes in at 6 o'clock with pretty much everything. So, well, I don't know. We just have to see if these guys can get here in time to help. The Confederates, on the other hand, they get Johnson's at 6 o'clock. And then just some minimal stuff at 7. And then, of course, it'll be nighttime. So, all right, so Anderson's back here. Now, he'll get his full complement of movements next time. And this is one of those cases where I don't hope that I draw the march order until late in the turn, because I want to see how the fight develops. All right, so here's the overall picture. The breastworks got built between Cemetery Hill and Culp's Hill. Well, out in front of Culp's Hill. Don't know how much, like I said, the cohesion of those units is pathetic. So I don't know, I'm not sure which end the 12th Corps got to go. Pender is fatigued and beat up a little bit. Still strong enough to push. Got plenty of artillery sitting out there on the right. Iron Brigade is up. They're still okay. Well, their cohesion is, 8s and 9s. So if Doubleday can get his men together and the couple regiments left from the 2nd Brigade of the 1st Division can get up here, I don't know. We'll see. I may have to split the 12th Corps coming in, which I think that's what happened. Didn't one of the divisions go down Cemetery Ridge down that way? Weren't they on the end of the line? And then one division was over here, somewhere between the Culps and Powers Hill or whatever this is, Wolf Hill or whatever this is over here. And then they got moved around quite a bit, I believe. So we'll see what happens. I honestly think that Early, with the morale of his men, I think they can push and break that. Again, I think it's going to depend on, of course, the die rolls. Get a count on the die rolls. Whether they can break that line and get up over top of Culp's Hill. If they pressure both sides with some success, both sides, I'm not so sure the Union can stop them. Buford's cavalry they're gonna take a lot more damage. I don't think they're gonna have any choice. If something breaks, they're gonna have to. They're in a good spot over there if they need to rush in, because they're gonna keep at least a brigade tied up. Which, hell, probably if they wanted to, they could tear that brigade apart. I don't know. I have to see how this builds. Confederates have a lot of artillery on the board, too, and it's actually been pretty effective. All right, so let's look at the casualties real quick. So this time I wrote them down. So the Confederates have now suffered 2,800 infantry. Of course, no cav, no guns lost. The Union, 4,450 infantry casualties, 500 cavalry casualties, and 6 guns, plus they've got a 6-gun battery that's in the abandoned 2 state. So but they're right against the front line. So if they're there at the end of that turn, that'll be another 6 guns gone. Lost units, of course, the Confederates still only have the 1 regiment eliminated. 11th Corps lost a regiment this time, right there. Small ones. Still got some routed units. Not a routed unit up there. So I put one of the brigades from Heth into reserve. Now it's not nighttime, so he can't recover any stragglers, but he did recover his fatigue. He was a fatigue. I think he was just on okay, so he lost that. So now that brigade is back up to at least par as far as their fatigue goes. He's artillery. He's moving in here, try to get into a spot where he can shoot probably along that back into this high ground right here. So next turn is going to be, I think, very decisive, and it is so we got 2 daylight turns left. And like I say, I'll decide what to do with Anderson coming in down here. Once, hopefully the march order doesn't get drawn until later. That'll be a plus for them to figure out where they need to go, to the right or to the left. My opinion would be, with the strength and the morale of the Confederates right now, that they should be able to take these or be mighty close to taking these. And if that were the case, then Anderson can sweep around the right, maybe get down here and take these or take those. Then, of course, you got Johnson coming in behind him. So this might be that scenario where that 3rd, 2nd Corps division comes in and does not go over here to the Colts Hill area, which I know that was one of the discussions about when Johnson got on the map that evening. Of course, they'll be coming in by the time they get in anything. It'll be nighttime anyhow, so they won't move and do much. And, of course, Sickles' Corps is going to be rolling in. Yeah, I don't know. Sickles' Corps is going to roll in next turn. Even with 4 activations, I don't know how far over there Anderson's going to get. So, all right. Any comments on this? Hey, put the comments down there. Let me know what you think. If you got some suggestions on what I should be doing, you can see the commands. All right. Early. Roads coming through the town and just left of the town. Heath. All right, that's something new. Heath is up there in the front towards the end of the first day. And Pender's pushing. And like I say, other than disruption, Pender's not, strength-wise, they're not bad. And then Anderson coming on. And what to do with the unit. What's your opinion of the 12th Corps? What should I do with them? There's 1st Division and 2nd Division will be coming in on this turn. And what do I do with Buford? He's still in great shape. If he has to fight, he definitely can. Okay? All right, so that's the end of the 1600 turn. So if you like this stuff, give it a like. If you want to keep up to date, subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I create new versions of this. Or new episodes, as they say. All right. All right, guys, we'll get this posted as soon as we can, and we'll get back to playing again. Talk to you soon.